All right, the show is Conversation, and I am Elizabeth. By now, you see me radiating. That's simply because I did the right thing today, and the right thing is eating right, thinking right, praying right, and loving myself. Today, we'll be looking at the topic your food and your mind as your medicine. Yes, it's a point we must all take in because a lot of times you are what you ingest. And it takes me back to what people tell you about the holy books that God created and said everything he created is good. And so you must eat. So when you're doing your keto diet, your military diet, your Leo diet, intermittent fasting, blah, 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 I don't know. But remember that whatever you ingest forms your person. And very importantly too, it is important for us to also understand that what you think influences you. Have you ever seen someone who is bothered about his or her own shadow? It does happen, and it comes from your mindset. So we want to look at how we're going to be able to maneuver all of those and be a better person, walking with our chins raised high and straight up. Like I said, my name is Elizabeth, and I have my team seated with me.
My name is Coach Didi Maimuna Omi Abdullah.
Okay?
My name is Joy Okwedachi. It's good to be here.
You start with laughter. And then you now tell us your name is Joy because you want people to be joyful. I know joyful. Dr. Susan is somewhere concocting things. She'll be joining us, but let's quickly look at this, which our winning team and alongside Dr. Susan have put together. Doctor, once it starts rolling, you can leave the control room and come back. See you.
Balanced diet is good, especially for children, because they are still growing up. Many people say, I don't have money to buy this. I know it involves money, but the little thing you have, you can from there. Something like crayfish. Or if you have a child, you now start from, like, this soya beans, soya milk is good for children. There's a way, you cannot just prepare only part for a child. You can as well maybe include the soya beans.
Balanced diet basically is when you eat food, with the appropriate nutrients. Like you have carbohydrates, you have protein, minerals, vitamins, and so on and so forth. It's actually necessary for an individual when you are eating to eat and ensure that all the nutrients that your body needs, for healthy growth is there. For instance, kids. One of the major problems we have in Nigeria is there are so many kids, especially in the rural areas, who do not have sufficient, milk, which is required for children, for instance. And then for an adult, when you are getting to, an age where you're maybe from 40 and above, it's expected that you take in less of carbohydrate, less of carbohydrate, take more fruits, vegetables, and all that.
I do practice balanced diet. In the morning, I eat maybe indomie and egg. So in the afternoon, I eat heavy food. Let me say swallow or yam, something like that. Then in the night, I eat light foods.
From 40, 45, 50, your body needs diet. So if you want to balance diet yourself, even with the country, there is vegetable 100 naira, 15 naira. You will buy it and take a small rice and more vegetable, more tomatoes, more beans. Like my own, I balance my diet now with vegetable, beans, mai, and some ogu and many things.
Like at the age I am now, I try so much to avoid lots of starchy food. I go on, not because people are saying, but I go on vegetables and fruits as much as I can and eat things that are not too starchy. And by nature self, I don't eat too much because eating large quantity of food is not also good. And knowing the time, like especially at night, anything before 7:30, I've taken my dinner.
The food that contains the 6 classes of food that we have, like protein, carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, and the rest. So it's very good to eat balanced diets. Most especially these days, what we eat these days are starchy foods. And it's good for you to balance it up with a balanced diet like fruits of every nature, vegetables, proteins like beans, and bananas.
I understand that balanced diet is any food that contains all essential nutrients for the body to function optimally. For example, we have carbohydrates, we have protein, we have vitamins, we have fat and oil, we have water and minerals. I like to think I eat balanced diet daily because, for example, if you make rice and stew, that's balanced diet because the rice is carbohydrates, your stew contains meat, oil, pepper and all that. So yes, I think I eat balanced diet daily.
The director caught me laughing there because while they were asking and answering questions on their own definition of balanced diet, in here too, we're having our own. Somebody said echo. Please describe the way you eat your own echo. You were describing it, I was laughing.
From secondary school.
Okay.
In fact, I got introduced to echo in secondary school. So we eat it with beans.
By the way, what's echo? Because
Echo
I'm sure
is
a lot of people don't know.
agidi.
Yeah. Okay.
So we put the beans aside, soak it a little, put a little water in gari, as per Ijabu gari. Put a little sugar into it, pour it on the beans, mix it up together, and then
No, I don't understand.
Yes,
The soaked gari.
yes, into the beans. See, forget how it may look. It tastes wonderful.
See doctor's face.
You slice a little of the echo with a little of the beans and gari with sugar in it, and then just give it a chew. Oh my! Yes, with a little sugar, it's fantastic.
Kojidi, you need that one. You need, that's
Yes,
a good
yes.
one for you.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You look, and you still look very slim. So.
I started in secondary school. I've not eaten in a while, but honestly,
Now you're talking.
I think
There's nothing
there's a
you
place-
eat. I don't think that is going to make you look bigger than you are.
It's her body metabolism.
and I watch it,
So-
honestly. I do watch it.
Okay,
No,
I know she
so
doesn't
that's
eat much. She keeps talking about food, but when twice I've gone to eat with her, she always ends up embarrassing my coworkers. In fact, one of the times we were eating, she slept off on us. Did I lie?
No, I was tired.
All right. Okay, so doctor, I know you were, party to what's just happened, but I want you to tell us on a very pointed, basis, how do we begin to consume food? Some people said different classes of nutrition must be present. How do we begin to consume food, to help us stay alive, not just for the sake of eating?
Okay, so my name is Susanna Adams. I'm a lifestyle medicine specialist. Well, for food, we have this saying that anytime you take your hand to your mouth, ask a simple question. Is this healing me or is this killing me?
Wow. That's deep.
Yes. Is this healing me or is this killing me?
She was looking at me.
Is this it? And guess what? Your body will tell you the truth. Your mind doesn't lie to tell you this is a healer for you, this is a killer for you. And most of us will know this is a killer. We will still go ahead and consume the killer and block.
Why is she touching me?
It's just a reminder.
She loves you. That's why.
She loves you, yes. Yes.
That's one.
Okay.
Straight up, number two, if we see food as a medicine, because I authored a book, one chapter there is food as medicine. So if you really say that, okay, this is medicine, so how do you consume your medicine? With intention to heal. So then you look at it like, okay, you know what? I have to make sure that every time I take my hand to my mouth, I'm healing myself. So how do you do that? For me, I created a list of top 10 medicinal food that just must be around me.
Okay.
Shombo, it's extremely
Shombo.
Shombo.
What's
Tatashi.
Tatashi.
Okay, Tatashi.
one.
Oh, yes.
Oh, right.
It contains a lot of medicine.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and people don't like it because it's a bit.
It's
when you put
bitter.
too much, it's bitter.
It's bitter, yes.
It's bitter, but that's
the longer one.
But
It's not
that's
the round
the
one.
medicine.
That's the medicine.
That's the medicine. Moringa. You take a tablespoon of moringa just before rice. Check your sugar. It will be it will not be as high as if you didn't take it with moringa. It's a stabilizer. It has
So
vitamin
if I
A,
take,
B,
if I take
C,
moringa,
D. Yes, ma.
and
Before
then
the meal.
later take sugar, what do you call it, rice, then I check my sugar level, it's not going to spike up?
Yes, that is, you can take rice today
Yes.
without moringa, 1 tablespoon, check your sugar level 2 hours after. Then tomorrow, same time, take your rice, take moringa, 2 hours, check, you see that the number will be lower. That's what I've observed in our diabetic clinic. So the point is, so you make your top 10 food. For me, shombo should always be there. Onions should always be there. Garlic
Which
should
of the
be there.
onions?
Red
The
onions?
normal onions or the white onions?
I prefer the purple onions, but
Okay.
onions, they all work.
okay.
On any onion.
Garlic should be there. Now, yes, it smells, but it's so much medicine
But what if you
without
put
it.
it in the food?
It may not, you may not get the
get
dose.
it,
Oh.
Yes, because
No,
this is
don't
about
need it.
food as medicine, so you're talking dosing.
Doctor, have you seen all of us? You mentioned garlic.
Our
faces.
I'm gonna list them. Then cucumber should be your best friend
Yay.
because it's alkaline food.
I use it for my eyes.
Yes. Okay, for your eye bags
Eye
and
bags,
stuff. Cucumber. Do you understand? So that's cucumber. So all these things, I've only mentioned about 5. Nothing too expensive or out of the ordinary. It's just being intentional. Then scent leaf should be there.
Yes, I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Carrot. You can actually boil carrot.
Yes.
And
that's okay.
and
It's
that's
getting
very
very
okay.
expensive.
It's getting expensive because people know the medicinal benefit
Yes.
of
Carrots.
this one.
I make
And,
carrot juice.
yes, and then something as simple as apple.
Oh, okay. Like the
Yes.
apple.
Which of them?
Like the apple we have
of
here.
them?
For me, apple is apple. Apple is apple. You understand? So these are my favorite. Then of course I add almonds because you know almond is has so much health benefits when compared to
nuts.
let's say
Cashew nuts and
other
groundnuts.
nuts. It has it. There's
Okay,
a lot of
that's what I
studies
said.
done on carrot. And the last thing is you have your teas. Now, and I mentioned
What
like 10
teas?
favorites.
Teas, yeah.
Yes. So nothing there was
do you mean?
expensive.
Tea is different.
Tea,
teas.
different
I
tea.
do like
Chamomile
tea.
tea, lemon tea.
Yeah.
What's the
Alternative.
other option, alternative to we that don't take tea?
Drink tea.
Drink tea.
Yeah.
The different types of
If I
tea.
didn't take tea when I was growing up, I don't think I'll start taking tea when
No,
I'm
but
much
it depends
older
on
now.
what you call tea. Because I
Yeah.
found out Nigerian
Yeah.
So it's
people
not- they don't
call
have to be regularly
milk and
put.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Milo, they call it
Tea.
tea.
So it doesn't have to also say you can have
So
the
I don't know
chamomile
what
tea,
you mean.
That's
the
what I'm
lemon
trying to tell
tea.
you. I don't do any tea.
Okay, we'll teach you.
Hang on.
You can have ice
You know when people give birth in this climate,
Yeah.
there's this pepper soup, the local pepper soup
Yes.
they make. Do you take it?
Yes, I do.
That's actually done from a lot of herbs that
Herbs
are
and
used
the-
for
yeah,
tea.
so tea is just
So
Alright,
if you do that, that could actually compensate.
I can do pepper soup then.
You know,
It's still
it's-
like a tea. Like if you take the
Mix it
broth
up.
Yes.
and put
Yeah.
it in a cup and drink it, it's
that's
tea.
a tea for you.
What about you should replace it with fresh juices? Is that
No,
No, they're
no,
different
it's not the
things.
same thing.
okay?
Yeah, it's not the same.
The fresh juice, if I'm wrong, she's asking, instead of taking tea, can you take fresh juices?
It's not the same.
It's not the same at all. Yeah, it's a different family of.
One is
yeah.
spice and herbs.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other one is
Most of the time sugar.
a lot of sugar.
So to go back to the
Citrus.
question she asked, how should we approach food? I think that if we just have these two things in mind, be very intentional. Be very intentional and then surround yourself with your top 10 healers. Let it just be around you. I think you will not go very far from getting it right.
Okay, still on food. You were going to say something?
No, I wasn't going to say.
Okay, it's still on food. You know, a lot of times when we are told, like you've enumerated a few things, and I'm sure a lot of people who are watching us as we speak are hurrying to perhaps get to their apples or get to cucumber or get to almonds and all of that. And then when we get it, we consume the whole lot. Some people can actually sit down and eat these 4 apples and tell it's a healthy food. How do we begin to, combine the food to ensure that it's balanced? That's just what I'm asking.
I'm working on a book and it's called Healthy Food Kills Two.
Oh,
Wow.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Healthy Food Kills Two.
really?
It's not out there yet, but it's a title that
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Why did I come up with that? You see, something like olive oil. When you put olive oil and put fire to it, you've destroyed the medicine. So you can actually destroy that. Now, Two, overconsumption is just as dangerous as underconsumption.
Like high BP, low BP.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like if you overconsume good food, you're still going to be fat, you're still going to be sick. It's like overconsumption of even water. So so portion control comes to play, and that's why sometimes you seek, the help of a professional. But even if you don't seek the help, this is about the size of your stomach starting with.
Wow.
Before we now
so everybody's size.
This
is the size of our stomach.
Yes, like this.
So no matter how big you are, your stomach is still like this.
Originally, it's
originally.
not
Like this.
Yes, just
I'm sure that's why they say when you want to eat, you should not eat more than
your fist size.
Yes,
Wow.
really.
Yes,
but you will never work.
no, but it's
Actually, I haven't heard that.
But it's
that's what I heard.
It's like, you've heard it before, right?
Yes,
So it's actually one of the most expandable organ. It will just keep expanding. You see, have you seen a snake swallow a goat?
Yeah, so it just goes.
You just keep expanding, and then maybe if you drink beer, then it expands even more. So any small, even if you drink water, just go whoop, whatever, you just go, because you've trained and weakened that area. Okay. So what you were asking, back to your question, is the size. So anything in small moderation is not, not going to get too far out of it.
Portion.
It's the portion.
Okay, that's why we talk about portion control.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Another question I want to ask before I begin to take the questions from our friends who have been sending them is, you talked about a lot of times some of us buy food because we are workers. We make soup, we make stew, and we put all the vegetables, not stock, and then we leave them in the fridge for 1 month, and then be getting it out, thaw, warm, eat. How are we still getting the same benefit, nutritionally speaking?
100% no, not the same.
100%.
No, but most of the time when you do, when we do vegetable, we always make sure that it's not cooked, it's not so that the time we're taking it out bit by bit. I'm not a microwave person because I just think microwave is not safe. So I always do straight to the fire. So most of the time, so that's what I do anytime I want to take it, but definitely I will keep my soup for 1 month.
Some people actually keep 1 month.
Some time ago, right, the first time out program I had, so we had a wellness public health lady come talk to us, doctor, and she gave us this tip. She said, when you want to eat, choose your colors, eat with colors. That has really helped me.
Nice.
So with colors on your plate, so even if you have rice, you have with the colors, with each color,
like rainbow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I like
so the darker the color or the brighter the color, the more you should have.
Yeah.
So rice should be the least.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's white.
It's white.
Yeah.
But what if it's jollof
Red.
rice? Or fried rice?
Really?
No, you said colors.
Yeah, so colors. Okay, so even if you so what's the original color for rice?
White.
Thank you. So it should be swap.
Original colors.
So red will be your peppers and things
Yeah.
like that, and greens definitely. So I was going to say something when you talk about freezer.
Yeah.
So when you put food in the freezer,
Yeah.
the longer the color doesn't come out the same.
changes,
So you need those colors.
But what are
So
the vegetables?
That's what I'm saying. So
The Foriro doesn't change.
no, it
If
will
you
change.
No.
No, that's the way we do it. You put
That's
hot
what
water
I'm trying
and
to
then
say.
put
Bring
cold
it
water
out.
and then you bring it out.
Yeah,
It will
like
change.
but vegetables, you put
Yeah,
vegetables in the
blanch it.
freezer
Okay.
and you bring it out. It's
It's not the
moist.
same. Yeah, it's not
the same.
Can I say
it
just
loses
one
its
thing?
color. Yeah.
I'm supporting what she's saying. You see, this is what I know for a fact. God has put so much medicines in the food, in the plants, in the vegetable soil to come out to heal us. We're talking about eating medicinally here and eating to heal. Now, I believe that God intended that we eat it as God prescribed it. Now, anything away from that, you are not starting from 100%. So let's say you keep it for a week, only that, like in pharmacy, I have a doctor of pharmacy degree also. In pharmacy, the longer you keep even a drug, the shelf life of the drug will start coming down.
True.
So it doesn't mean that the medicine is not in the food. It just means that it keeps reducing, and in the long run, even if you eat this much and you would have gotten 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, now you will get like maybe 50 milligrams, or depending on how long you keep it and your method of preservation.
Our director is actually looking for my trouble. Director, mind you, most of us here have not eaten. I know there are things on top of it. The mind the way you use your cutter was with
all the colors. I was watching it.
It's okay. Now, how about overcooking? I know sometimes with light issues, the fridges are not working, so we cook soup, we warm it, and then the next morning you add small water, you warm it again. Is it turning gradually into manure, or is it still
everything is gone?
Is it still okay over warming?
I have this advice I give to my client is, if you want to make ugu, you don't have to cut everything. You can make your ugu, and then each time you want to warm it, you can actually get some fresh leaves, cut it, and then warm with it.
Really?
You must not cook every single thing. Add to the old one. You get a lot more because the more you cook it. Okay, there was an experiment that was done by a certain professor. So they squeeze out the juice from ugu, check the medicinal values. Oh my God, it can reverse anemia. It can do so much. Then they just use candle and go around it, and then tested it again. Believe me, it was less than 30% of all the medicines that were here was gone. So it was like 70% gone off. So you take that and go home and like, you know what, okay, fine, the shafts are still there, so you can still get the fiber benefit. But then you lose the other things. So while, for me, I feel like if you don't have time, it's still better to eat the warmed and rewarmed ugu and the vegetable than nothing at all if you don't have it.
I always suggest that you make your soup stock. That's what I do. Put it in the fridge, and then there are always shops and markets at the junctions. As I'm going home, I buy my vegetable and bring it at the time. If you put them in bowls, it's easy for you to bring out, and it thaws quite easily. While it's warming up, I'm chopping my vegetables. By the time it's all heat up, I pour the vegetable, cover it, and turn off the fire, and then it comes out glowing. Oh my God!
But I noticed that around this climate here, it might be difficult for you to see all those things you're talking about. But I realized that when I went to Port Harcourt, it's a fantastic place, and I now saw that they always eat seafood okra.
Yes,
it's not my thing because I'm not into seafood. But when you see the okra, when you see
I'm not a seafood person as
well.
I'm
not a seafood
Coach D is about to beat
I know.
My mom is
I'm not a seafood person. Thing. But when I see the relish when they're eating, it's fresh and everything is very crunchy. The okra,
Can you stop talking?
Don't do joy.
The difference with going there and here is quite affordable there.
Yes,
because it's there.
That's it.
It's just
so in this place, people love it, but it's not affordable. So you just have to find a way around it.
For every food, I think any environment had something that is peculiar to it. If you look around, there are vegetables that are peculiar with this, environment. It's for you to discover it and then make use of it.
See, like me, like fish. The only thing I know I take is fish, and my doctor advised me.
You don't like prawns?
No, I don't. I don't do that. George. So I'm a very cheap eater. So the thing now is with the fish. I used to love catfish. I used to like to eat it with potatoes. You do it into like pepper soup. And my doctor advised me, said, the oil is too much. So what I now decided to do was catfish. It's a bit pricey. So you know what I just decided to do? Just stay with my mala fish. Just look for what you can afford. Because some people say, I like this, but I can't afford it. So that's why I'm making the other option, which kills you when you put it into your body. So just try to find out what you can afford and what can just make you healthy.
Joy has I zoned out when she said she didn't like seafood. Because as you were saying, it's that okra. That's okra. When I went back to Port Harcourt,
chunky okra.
Chunky okra. You just say,
yes, I love the chunky, crunchy okra.
I don't like okra.
Raw.
What do you like?
I don't like too many things.
So it's almost raw. When you make okra soup and you cut it almost raw, You can eat it crunch.
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
So
It's
good.
actually very good.
Now, what are the benefits of
That's
eating
as good
okra?
as-
Somebody told me something about cholesterol or something.
It helps to manage your cholesterol. It's also good with glycemic index for those. In fact, people actually soak it in water and they drink it in the morning, and it will actually, it helps your blood building because of the greens around it. It helps to manage your sugar levels. It's good for BP. It's a very good medicine, actually. It's a good, very
and it
good
has
medicine.
a lot of fiber. I know that when
a lot of fiber.
A lot of fiber. When I want to, shake off weight, nearing Christmas, you want to slay, your sins start coming after you. As I know what to do. I just get my okra, put it in hot water or soup stock, and then cover it. I don't really boil it.
Yeah.
So once the heat gets to it, I uncover it and I drink it, not swallow. I just drink it. If I do that in the morning, somehow I don't know.
No, he's actually taking that love for okra.
What was that? No, soup stock.
I know, but drinking the okra
it's like a bowl. I put it in a bowl and I'm drinking it like soup.
Do you chew the okra?
Okay, you can use spoon if you want to.
The okra?
Drink it.
Okay, I should not drink it.
Do you chew the okra or you
Yes,
just
I
drink
chew
the
it because
water?
it's crunchy. So I chew it, and at the end of the day, I actually find that if I take that stuff by 9 a.m., I don't get hungry until almost 4 or 5. It's very filling.
Oh, really?
It's very filling.
And then without anything, just
it's
okra.
not only that
Not
it's
the
filling,
seafood,
but it
not
has a
the
lot of
chicken or
If you
something.
want to put all of that,
But you won't be able to drink it though.
you won't be able to drink it. You have to
Yeah.
taste it.
Now.
No, but I wanted to ask the doctor a question. I noticed that in all this that people do healthy talk for the body, what are the disadvantages of microwave? Because 80% of Nigerians are always on the microwave with their food. So it's a question because I watched it somewhere and the disadvantages were...
How many of us have microwaves? 80%?
No,
In Nigeria?
Yes.
In urban area? Because my sister is all in urban area.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Rural area, they don't have
You
microwaves.
see, I'm not talking about, when I say microwave, I know, you see, it's just like how Nigerians love Indomie. I don't like it.
Noodles.
These quick fixes and all that. Many Nigerians even cook with the microwave.
Yes.
It's a lie.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
There are microwaves
So that's why I'm trying. That's why I'm throwing back, because they tell me they eat healthy, but you take it to the microwave.
Doc?
Doc
I'm
is
just
shocked. Yeah, I know.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Very true.
Okay, I'll give you some statistics. About 20. We brought it. Okay, 4,000 people die daily, directly attributed to diabetes. Then about 10,000 thereabout die daily, directly attributed to cancer, and 49,000 die globally, directly attributed to heart disease, whether stroke, hypertension, enlarged heart, anything heart related. Now, cancer is right in the middle. So it's heart, cancer, and then diabetes. Now, that's what's killing us. And they say, this is WHO data. Anybody listening can Google now. Now, this cancer, we don't know where it's coming from. It's from lifestyle. I want to tell you that whenever you put your food in the microwave, you might see bread, but what comes out is not bread.
Wonderful.
Because if you go back to the molecules that come together to make, what do people put in microwave? Because I'm just shocked that people even cook with microwave. I mean, I can stand that maybe here and there, maybe you put it in your office, but to have it in your house, please, I want to beg everybody, just take a microwave detox challenge. People believe they cannot do without the microwave, that is convenient. I used to think that way when I was a teenager. But I removed it from my house and I found out that I'm making it the same just without the microwave, because you don't know that you can do without these microwaves. Now, here and
We're
there.
not born with it anyway.
I'm coming here and there. If you must run to microwave, but to make it a permanent lifestyle, when all the science evidence, go read online. It shows that microwave is not. It's supposed to be something that if you don't have a choice, then you just go. But for I'm reacting to the fact that they say they cook.
They cook with it.
Yeah.
With Doc, you're rocking a lot of people's table.
Honestly,
a lot of people, you're shaking tables.
You see what I always advise people?
You know?
I have friends who tell me, I have come now. They will tell you, don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat this. I'm now saying that they shouldn't use the microwave. I said, look, let me tell you. If you know that you want to defrost or something, take it out early. Take it out early.
They won't let
or put it in water. And before you know, because that's what I tell them.
If you don't remove the microwave from your house, you will not know that you can do without a microwave.
So the option now is take it out of your house.
Take it out of your house and see if you can survive without it. And then call her and thank her for putting up this show. Then number 2 is that I'm not like, okay, here and there in case of emergency or whatever, you go to your microwave. No, that's not the argument. But to be solely dependent on microwave and carry all the good medicine that God has put on this in food to heal us and then destroy it totally. Oh, no.
That's terrible.
Auntie, she don't shake this table.
This table,
I'm sorry.
You know, sorry, let me just say, so let's just move over. Right, when we started, they didn't let me say my name.
Oh, sorry.
Who did it let you? We didn't even say our names.
We did. You already
I
said your
wasn't
name.
here.
So because everybody was going on about birthday and birthday. So my name is what? Tokumbagiwamu. Right, Toksi GA. And then I've coined the initials TGA, right? And so that means thank God always. And I told you that my lifestyle is all about faith, food, fitness, and food. And just what we're talking about now. And so my TG is thank God always, right? And I'm all about lifestyle, watching what you eat and working out. And we're talking about sugar and blood pressure and cancer. So my mom always goes on about if you're angry, cancer.
Yes.
If you don't forgive,
cancer.
And of course now we know that if you take too much of this diabetes comes in. If you don't do your workout properly, then you're not going to be fit and your heart is not going to be right. So we have to do all of these things. And so first of all, I'm going to say, live a life of gratitude.
Yes.
Live a life of gratitude. Just saying, thank you, Lord, and my life and well. Thank you for today. My daughter, everything is, I tell people that my daughter, if you're even praying for food, say, thank you, Lord, for the miracle of sleeping and waking up. I'm like, okay, so.
The food.
Some people have
yes, but if you're able to just say thank you, you know, hello, how are you? Look so good. Thank you. It's just easy, and then it makes you sort of lighter.
Absolutely.
And then you're able to you work out. We talked about working out last week and producing those happy hormones. And guess what? You work out, you're sweating, and that's just toxins out of you.
From even the food.
From the food, from all those yesterday's whatever couldn't happen or didn't happen or whoever came in my way. Just work it out and let them go, you know, and then just be happy and grateful, and then face your food.
Just like I would talk about the connection between the mind and the food. I am an emotional resilience coach, so naturally I talk to people about how you can use your mind to change your situation depending on what you are ready to accept and what you're ready to do about it. And it's proven that food actually improves your mood. Now, for those who know me, and I'm always posting my
eat and be
online.
happy.
Eat and be happy.
Eat and be happy.
Food makes me happy. I think it has always done that, but I think over time when I realized that I wasn't doing so well emotionally and I needed an outlet, I needed something to make me feel good about myself. Honestly, I don't know how it happened, but I just turned to food.
Wow.
But like I always say, I eat with sense. Yes, I love food, but I eat with sense. Okay, good food works wonders on the mind.
Yes, so that's fine.
My sister,
if I try to eat like you,
so there's always something else.
House.
Okay, you know, some time ago when we discussed self-esteem, a week after that, I ran into a lady, a friend of mine, who said, "You people were discussing me. I got." Are you serious?
Yes, I remember.
You know, and she said she told me her story. You know, that's how somebody put her down and you weighed her so
she was
much.
Plus size?
They just say she was ugly, she was this, and this person, by no means, she wasn't anything close to anything ugly, as long as I'm concerned.
But that is what she saw.
But they told her, and she believed it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to still look at, because a lot of times we can't eat. When I am angry, I can't eat. I don't use the word angry because I hardly get angry. When I'm upset or sad, I can't eat. When I'm over happy, I can't eat. I rather when I'm sad, I dance. When I'm happy, I dance. It has a way of balancing me. Contrary to you, you do food. No, food is not my go-to. So how do you begin to work on people? I'll leave this for especially the two of you, because I know you guys are coaches in that environment. How do I begin to work on my mind? Because a lot of times when you're angry, I'm sure there's this thing that spikes up that makes you sick. How do I work it out so that I don't get sick?
Okay, but anger, there's something we do, anger management therapy. For most people who are angry, you would ask, there are like worksheets we use for you to find why you are actually angry. Because you cannot, it's a symptom. That your anger is it's a sign of something is wrong. So most people are angry and they tell you they don't even know why they are angry. They do know, but sometimes it's
you just wake up angry.
They don't want to accept what is happening in their life, the changes they're going through, so it makes them angry. And then sometimes, you see, denial is like it's self-sabotage. Sometimes they think it's like they're helping themselves to heal or to manage their emotions, but you have to find out why you are angry. So there's this, what do you call it? The
pyramid? What?
The pyramid, oh God, I've forgotten. It's like, not the Maslow's, when you find out, iceberg theory. The iceberg theory. This is an iceberg. You see, this iceberg is huge, but underneath it, the iceberg is underneath the ice you're seeing. It's much bigger. So we help you to explore the reason why you're angry. Because if you're angry, I know you're a mad person. There's something that's making you angry. So it's. But you see, people say, "I don't even know I'm angry." No, something is not working.
So
people, you have to work on.
You have to dig deeper to find out what is really making me angry. Then you now tackle the problem. Now, this thing that's happening to me, because you have to acknowledge it first.
You have to accept it.
Accept it, acknowledge it, and then you ask yourself, why is this happening? Now, sometimes people think you have to find the answer from someone else. Then that's a problem, because you may not get the answer from that person. So you have to find a way to deal with it within yourself. And then you ask yourself the most important question: what is this teaching me? What am I learning from this?
Exactly.
What am I learning from this? And how can I make it stop? How can I manage it? Is it something I have to let go? Is it something I should have to cope with for the rest of my life? You have to make a decision. And then most importantly, you let it go.
Okay, letting go.
Right? Letting go. She was just saying, so we say, how has this served you? How is this serving me? And then you start to break it down. First of all, you're digging deep. So where did it start from? Because there's always something. You said about your friend that they said, she's ugly, she's this, she's that. That sticks in your head. But you can always counter it because you know who you are. Like they say, and I tell people with my own coaching class, I tell them, be you to the full. So you, in as much as you are beautiful, but let that beauty come out. Let what you're all about come out. So what do you believe about yourself? Like I said last year, who can solve this for you? No matter what, it has to be you. And if you accept it, it will grow.
True.
Okay.
It will grow.
I have a different
opinion.
Even though I'm not a coach. Like you said, it has to be you. But sometimes it might not be you. I will use myself as an example. I had a mother who noticed there was a problem. I was unhappy because I was top heavy. And I thought I was a plus size. And I wasn't beautiful. So what she did...
You like this, not beautiful.
You see, the thing here is that some people just like to run people down.
Yes, no, I agree with you.
See, that's it. So because you're slim, and I tell them, you being slim does not mean you're healthy.
True.
That's it. I know the genes of where I'm coming from. Okay, these are the genes, and they're a bit on the bigger side. My side, they're top heavy. So when some people just tell me, oh, you're fat. And Nigerians just like to open their mouths.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Yes, they just say you're fat.
Yes.
And I said, hello, I'm not fat. I'm top heavy. Because you're slim and you have a pot belly. I am top. I'm big, and I have flat tummy. So you see, in everything, you have to look for your strength.
Yes.
Because my mom always used to use the Bible. You're wonderfully made. You're beautiful. You know, and all that. So you see, you have to now decide, make that option, and keep telling yourself, I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm wonderful.
I love the way you said
I'm
that.
this,
You know,
I'm that. And it works for you.
let me tell you, you know, the thing you said about being the Nigerian thing.
Yeah.
So my daughter is plus size,
Yeah.
and she gets all of these funny comments all the time, and I have to tell her things like, you have to counter it.
Yeah.
You know,
You
that's why I talk about it being you.
Yes.
Of course, the truth is that a problem shared is a problem half solved anyway,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's good to always talk and share things. Now, she went somewhere the other day, and she asked for somebody, and they said to her, a whole huge portion like you want to see somebody. And I said to her, you should have told them yes. So thank God for, you know, just say something like you said.
Yes.
Counter it.
Just counter
Or
it.
she has people in my house, right, who even say things like to her, like, do you like yourself like this? I said, and you say, yes, I love myself.
Yes.
And I thought when I was young, you know, I was really troublesome. When I was in school, I was overweight as well. And I have seniors that would tease me and say all sorts of things. And I'll go away thinking, you know that song, I love myself. I'm proud of, I mean, they'll punish me for the singing that I'm singing.
But
you know what? I will be happy that I did sing my song.
Yeah.
And I don't care whatever anybody says. So we have to be strong in yourself. No, that's what we say about it being you to solve this for yourself.
Yeah.
So in as much as you're telling people, yes, because you have to open up.
Yeah.
Because if you bottle it in, nothing's
Just
going to happen.
eats you.
It'll grow.
Yeah.
So talk to people. You know, be careful who you're talking to, though.
Yeah.
But talk to people because listen to what they're saying.
I think you see, like you said, so this, you know, you mentioned about the self-esteem thing. I also have a daughter, and my daughter isn't that big, really, but her siblings and people tease her about being
Because
fat.
you're slim.
Well, and I keep, the thing is, what you just said is called what we call positive affirmation.
Yes.
I do self-esteem classes for young girls and boys. You see, the mind believes whatever you tell it. You tell it.
True.
That's why you see a pretty person, a beautiful, handsome man or a handsome girl, a beautiful girl, and she would tell you she's ugly. Because what you're seeing is beauty, but because her mind tells her she is ugly, that's what she sees. So when she looks into the mirror, she doesn't see that beautiful person you see. She sees an ugly person.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why affirmations are key.
Okay.
Tell yourself what you need to affirm it to yourself.
Yes.
Most of my classes I say it. It took me time. It's not so buried in my subconscious mind. I no longer say it. But in the morning, I look at the mirror and say, "Oh, make you hot."
There you go. There you go.
All right. Don't wait for people to tell you this.
Exactly.
Yourself.
Nobody hear you.
You hear yourself.
You hear yourself.
How about the
The
lizard?
name where you call yourself.
Oh, that's what.
Now they go call you.
Yeah,
That's it.
so when these days you don't wait for somebody to blow your
No.
trumpet.
Yes,
You
do
have
it
to
for
run.
yourself.
All right, so we've been going on and on and on and on how our minds, you know, play tricks and make us really upset. I'm wondering, doctor, our topic is minds as medicine. How can we begin to heal ourselves from our physical ailment, you know, using the workings of our minds?
Okay. I've in the book Everything Heals, which you've read, I had a medical doctor. He had a very great start, and at some point he just lost it. He was in his house for 367. That was over a year.
Wow.
Will not come out. He was just depressed. So they took psychiatry, psychologists, everybody that could heal the doctor.
Was he married?
He was married with 3 children. He abandoned everybody. He doesn't shower. He was just out of life. The only thing he didn't know how to do is to commit suicide. He was just done with life because he was depressed. What brought about that could be because I had to dig deep and find out that he said with aunts they used to use charcoal to beat the bottom of his feet. There could be maybe that trauma has been there. Sometimes it comes back out.
Yeah, it comes back.
And you won't even know why you're angry and you're upset and you're a child. You bottle that thing. Anyway, the end of my story is that we used your mind as medicine to completely heal this doctor. How did we do it? You've already said it all. We will write a set of positive affirmation. Don't accept anything you've heard, but you have to see it. It's not, you know, we are expert in positive affirmation and you say it. You literally have to write it, paste it in your mirror, in the bathroom, paste it when you sit to pee, you see it, and then affirm to yourself and believe it. So we did that, and then he will come in for treatment daily. In case, I'm sorry, placebo works. I gave him probiotics, multivitamin.
Right. Interesting.
That's all. And he will come in and read a book, The Power of Positive Thinking. That was his therapy. So one day he asked me, Dr. Susan, I would like to go see my family in Osun State. I said, what? I said, you want to go? I said, do you have the transport? He said he has 50,000. I said, will that be enough? We will give you 100,000. He went to Osun State, and they were so happy because they knew he there's nothing. And then when he came back, he said, Dr. Susan, can I volunteer in your organization?
Wow.
He's taking all the drugs. He's a medical doctor. So I'm just using this story to let you know that once you've made up your mind that your mind can heal you, it will heal you.
Exactly. Make up your
mind. And then once
that's the word I like.
Thank you.
Make
If you make up your mind, then it will heal you. And then say that which you want to say. Because for cancer, one woman, they gave her 3 weeks. And she came and told me, Dr. Susan, you know why I came here? Because I am not deadable. I'm like, deadable?
Wow.
I like that. Is that even in the dictionary?
Yeah.
I am not deadable.
We're going to put it there.
We're deadable.
We're not deadable.
This is in 2017. She called me March this year. Hey, I just called to greet you. The daughter is getting married.
Wow.
She said, what? I'm not deadable. So once you make up that, your mind will heal you. Do you know that you won't even know when you start drinking water? You won't know when you start eating healthy.
I'm drinking my water now.
Thank you so much. You won't
I was going to ask you.
and guess what? You won't know when you will attract your healers. You won't know when you will read the right book. You will just see yourself moving out. And the last thing I want to say on the subject matter of mind as medicine is that if you bottle it up the way we've been talking about, it stays back to kill you.
It'll kill you.
And this
louder.
Yeah. If you bottle it up the way they have told you not to bottle it up, it will kill you and kill you.
Speak out.
And
that's the truth.
How will it kill you? Your hormones like cortisol will be so high. You stay in this inflammatory state long term. You will easily brew cancer. By the way, I want to correct my statistics on cancer. I double-checked WHO. It's 10 million deaths in 2020, growing every year. So 10 million deaths is about 833 people die every single day. So just say about 1,000 a day. Like today now, no less than 1,000 death certificates from cancer alone. And guess what? Unforgiveness.
Yeah, unforgiveness.
True. Will lead, thank you so
high
much.
Blood pressure.
To high blood pressure. No, to cancer.
Cancer.
The doctor said that's
let it go. That's what we're saying.
Yes.
Let it
cause
go.
of cancer.
It's unforgiveness, bottling up. Someone told you you're fat and ugly, and you hold on to it.
And that's all you see. Energy low.
Anyway, we've been talking. Other people are talking with us too. Before we do them injustice, let's go visit our friends and hear what they're saying. Good morning to you all on air. My question is, what is the food remedy of breast cancer and how long will it cure the problem? Thank you. This is Habila Baja. I don't know where you're writing from, but I'll just keep reading some of the messages. I can't read all until when we are done. Doctor, please take note of that and answer her briefly. What is a balanced diet for a pregnant woman? All right, balanced diet is balanced diet now. Can't you go? Okay.
It's not balanced diet.
Good morning, beautiful ladies. Please, this for the doctor can throw more light on the uses of Zobo, and they have to boil scent leaf before drinking it. Some for miracle leaves. There's a lot of abbreviations going on here. You know,
is that what they call it?
there's a lot of this thing. You know, abbreviations. I wish I can take it, but before I jumble up all the rest of this, and we don't have much of time. Just quickly, doctor, how can we infuse Zobo?
That's Zobo that somebody offered me yesterday. I said, is this sweet?
That's hibiscus.
She said,
when I drink hibiscus,
and I did this.
No, it's
when
too sweet.
Wasn't sweet?
When
No,
I
it wasn't. And I just passed it on to the next
actually,
person. I'm like, why?
It's better made by yourself, so you can choose your
most
own
of the
flavor.
time, people do make it with pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple.
It's
I like the one with
pineapple,
pineapple.
yeah.
What she said she put dates on
The
it.
hibiscus, it makes me sleep. What does it do?
Okay, so it's a superfood to start with. It's a superfood with the highest amount of vitamin C and antioxidant.
Really?
Zobo,
Wow.
highest. Yes.
Let's put it in our head.
Have you
Yes.
seen the thing people are adding inside the zobo?
That is them now, but you still have to know that Zobo is a medicine.
Okay, so if you do zobo and pineapple, is fine.
Just do it in your house.
No,
Don't go, but do it in
Okay.
your house. That's
So
fine.
just stay with
What of kunu?
Please, what's the benefits? What's the nutritional value?
Kunu
for
is milk.
Okay.
No, kunu is
Tiger nuts. Tiger nuts.
I'll come back to Kunu. Let me answer the questions.
For the
That, so, Zobo, two words in mind: antioxidant, vitamin C, and others. Scent leaf, two words in mind: anti-inflammatory, antibiotics.
Wow.
Yes, and it's alkaline because it helps with ulcer.
Yeah, okay.
So it helps with ulcer is an antibiotics. Okay, so those two, and then for the
Scent leaf and mint. No.
scent leaf and mint,
mint.
same
They're the
class,
same thing. Yeah, okay, yeah.
same class. And then for the diet for the pregnant woman, I think you should see your doctor, but just make sure you have enough food that contain omega-3 for fish oil for the baby. So a balanced food with a lot of fish oil will do you good. And when they say balance, come on, like she said, balance is balance. But just think of the baby when you're eating. And then food for cancer, no sugar, is the word. No sugar.
Natural, everything natural.
Everything natural, but sugar, cancer feeds on sugar. So if you starve them.
So pineapple and watermelon, uncle.
Pineapple and watermelon, they contain sugar, but if you're fighting cancer, I will go more for the greens and bitter. Pawpaw is okay, given the green one, but
banana.
just banana is sweet. It's
So we
sweet.
don't want
Yes,
anything sweet at all.
yes.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean you cannot even taste it, but if you're fighting cancer, the greens do way better.
Cucumbers.
Low glycemic index food do way more better cucumbers than the sweet. Yeah.
All right, let's quickly take two more before we go. Our time is almost up, and somebody is asking us a question here. He says, hi, Liz, I'm a married woman, 33 years, with 4 kids and plus size. I let people criticism get to me, and somebody told me I was not beautiful. I don't blame them. And my criticizers are mostly my family and friends. Oh, wow.
Yes.
I ended up marrying a man who is 20 years older than me because they told me the younger boys will just deceive me because of my size. Which I later regret because I ended up realizing that I was the one who did not give the younger boys a chance. I was feeling insecure. Now my younger sister is facing the same because she's also a plus size, though she's acting really tough. I later realized that she is also chasing the right men away, and deep down she's also not comfortable about herself. All I can say here is, anybody that tells you you're big, tell them, yes, that you have a bigger blessing than they do, because you are all made in God's image and likeness. And my director is telling me my time is up. Director, okay, what quantity of fruits does one need each day? Just one sentence, doctor. My doctor said, my director said my time is out. What quantity of fruits can I take in a day? One sentence. Oh, okay. Can we all raise it?
Only they go walk.
So the apple goes in here, and orange goes in here, and if you have pieces of pawpaw, pieces of
even the apple,
watermelon,
that is it. Okay, so our time is up. Whatever you do, remember that you should love yourself first. You can't give what you don't have. If you don't love yourself, you can't love other people. And you love yourself and show yourself love. If somebody is disturbing you, zone out.
Goodbye and God bless.
Bye.
Bye.